Hey everybody, are you ready? Hi everyone. So today we're just going to have a open panel and we are going to be talking about several cases. Some newer, some you guys haven't heard about. Basically, we're just going to chill, have a little bit of fun with each other and talk about things that are going on. So we have Unu in the building. We are going to be talking about a case in Bakersfield. And this is about a woman who was killed and they are looking for the suspect. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down the information on that. And I'm also going to read the information about what happened. That way, we can all be on the lookout. His name is Jose Duarte. I believe I'm saying that right. And Unu is going to play the news clip from that, and then I will read the article if you're ready. And also, anyone can hop up at any moment and bring up a case they want to talk about, and we could just talk about that one or whatever the case may be. So go ahead, Unu.
With some breaking news from overnight, a shooting in Northeast Bakersfield. The victim.
Can you turn it up? We can't really hear it. You knew. I don't know if she can hear me, guys. Because we can't hear it. Hold on, let me see if I can send her a message because we can't hear it. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, I did the wrong thing. We couldn't hear it.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, we couldn't hear it. It was very, very low. I think she's going to take a little second. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read it to you guys. And I'm going to read you guys the first article they put out, and then I'll read you the updated version. So for what they put out from Tuesday night, it says a woman and a juvenile were wounded in a shooting in Northeast Bakersfield on Tuesday night. The Kern County Sheriff's Office said that around 10 p.m., deputies were sent to an area of, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Inyo, that's I-N-Y-O, and Crawford Street after receiving reports of a shooting. When they arrived, deputies found a woman and a juvenile with gunshot wounds. The victims were taken to a local hospital for treatment of minor injuries, according to the department. There is no suspect information available at this time. Anyone with information about this shooting is urged to call KCSO, which is Kern County Sheriff's Office, at the number 661-361-3110. Okay, so that was the first clip. Now they do have a suspect, and so I'm going to read that one to you guys, and then we will watch the news clip. So the updated one, as of 8:20 a.m. this morning, the woman who was wounded in the shooting has died, according to the Kern County Sheriff's Office. The department said the shooting is now being investigated as a homicide. The suspect is a 38-year-old Jose Duarte, which is spelled Jose, Jose, Duarte, Duarte. He is described as being Hispanic, 5 foot 5 inches tall, 180 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a black shirt within the Bakersfield area. Wait. Oh, and it also said his black shirt said Bakersfield on the front and a blue tank top underneath and tan pants. So a black shirt with Bakersfield on the front with a blue tank top under and tan pants was the last thing he was seen wearing. And the number is the same. If you know who this is, the phone number is 661-861-3110. So Unu is going to go ahead and play the news clip.
Begin this morning with some breaking news from overnight. A shooting in Northeast Bakersfield. The victims, a woman and a minor. Kern County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a shooting around 10 p.m. last night on North Inyo Street near Crawford Street. Deputies say they found a woman and a juvenile, both with major gunshot wounds. We're still waiting to hear from KCSO on the condition of the victims this morning. Officials say there's no information yet on who the shooter was. We'll keep you posted as we learn more.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was on mute.
It's okay.
Well, that's a little bit about what's going on in Bakersfield right now. Being that, you know, we talk about the boys in Bakersfield, we talk about all the missing kids that are in Bakersfield, and so just bringing that little tad bit to you guys. But we're going to move on to some of the more interesting stories. Not that that's not interesting, not saying that at all. But hi, Dawn. How are you? Hi, Etta. Today, we're just having a kickback chit chat about just things that are going on and, you know, what life has brung us throughout this pandemic and things like that. Dawn says, please put the guns down. Yes. Can we please do that? Just to let you guys know, since this is more of a laid back time, you may see my son bouncing in and out. You may hear him in the background. You may hear Unu's dogs. You know, we're just chilling tonight. So everybody is, you know, welcome to pop up. Let's talk about any case you really want to talk about, a new case, an old case. So it will be open panel tonight. So if anyone has anything to say, want to hop up here, have a few words, you can throughout this whole, what are we going to call this? I don't know, just open panel, let's talk. That's what we'll call it. So we're going to move on to another case. We're going to go to let me take the right way. Boom. To where Unu is from. Well, I don't know from, but that's where she's now in Louisiana. But we're gonna go to New Orleans now. So let me toss up the information on that one. And that one is really crazy, guys. So we do have yes, here we go. So this man was, you know, on his wedding night. He's in the car. He has his tuxedo on. His wife is in the car as well. They are in a traffic jam, guys. And let me just read. Let me just read one of the many articles. You can see it playing on there, so you guys will kind of have a glimpse of what's going on. But I'm going to read it to you guys. I can't even decide which one I really want to click on because there's so many about it. Okay. This one says, Devin Jose Jones, a groom still wearing his tuxedo, allegedly shot 2 people after an argument with his bride and a male friend while stuck in traffic, according to Louisiana authorities. At about 10:30 p.m. Saturday, a multi, a multi, I'm still gonna mess up the word. Hold on. A multiple vehicle crash closed down I-10 West and brought traffic to a standstill within. Oh, sorry, I'm reading this all wrong. Let's start this over. At about 10:30 p.m. Saturday, a multiple vehicle crash closed down I-10 West and brought traffic to a standstill, with congestion reaching up to a mile by 11 p.m. According to tweets from Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development. During the traffic jam, an argument between the newlyweds and the friend who was in the back seat escalated, resulting in the passenger fleeing the vehicle. St. John Parish Sheriff Mike, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so I'm just going to spell it. Mike is the first name, Tregre, told WGNO the groom and the driver, Devin Jose Jones, 30 years old, of Alexandria, Louisiana, is accused of chasing the friend on foot, then shooting the man in the leg, said Mike, with the last name I can't pronounce. I'm going to just call him Mike T. So Mike T said the stray bullet also went through the rear windshield of another vehicle, striking an uninvolved motorist in the hand as he and his two children, ages 14 and 16, returning to his Lafayette home after landing at the Louisiana Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. Mike T said Jones had accused his wife of having an affair with his friend, reported a sister station, KLFY. Jones is also accused of pursuing his bride, who fled the car and found refuge in an ambulance she flagged down as it was on its way to the crash. So the guy goes running. He runs after him, shoots him. The stray bullet goes and hits another motorist in the hand, with his two children in the car, a 14-year-old, wait, am I saying that right? A 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. Then he goes after his wife, who's, flagging down the ambulances that are on the way to the crash that they were just in the traffic jam with. So, okay.
That's
so
crazy.
Jones accused, very crazy. Don says, take your time. Yes, sometimes I know I have all the time in the world, but I'm trying to read so fast because I feel like I have you guys waiting, and I don't want it to be like that, even though I know we're all here chilling. I'm kind of like, let me get through it. So I'm going to slow it down.
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great.
Dawn also said, what is wrong with people? I don't know. It's like, okay, you just go get married to this girl. You're in the car. I'm assuming the friend in the car is maybe a witness. And so you guys get into this traffic jam. Maybe it's already a stressful situation. You're now married. You're locked in. And you now come to a standstill on the freeway. So probably already nerves are going. Now the crash, tempers are kind of flaring, a little bit of irritation. And now thoughts are going through your head. So he's like, so what about this affair? When that should have been brought up way before they even tied the knot. Okay, guys, that's ridiculous. If you're going to get married, make sure that's what you want to do. Don't get married and then in the car coming from getting married, you're already needing a divorce. Let's get it together. I mean, what's the rush? Okay, so Jones is also accused of pursuing his bride, who fled the car and found refuge in an ambulance she flagged down as it was on its way to the crash scene. St. John Parish Sheriff's Department raced on foot 1 mile to the scene. Wow. Well, what else could they have done? I mean, it was backed up a whole mile by the time 11 hit. So what else could they have done? You simply cannot duplicate this type of scenario in training, said Mike T. You can't. Who thinks that they're going to get into this situation? Hi, Martha. How are you? We're just having open panel tonight, just talking about different cases and things that are going on right now. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, so he's like, you cannot duplicate any of these scenarios for us to have practice on it. And that's very true. Jones was charged with 2 counts of aggravated criminal damage to property, illegal use of a weapon or dangerous instrumentalities. I've never seen that. Let me spell it for you guys. INSTRUMENTALITIES. Instrumentalities? I don't know. Perhaps.
Correct.
Oh, I'm right? I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. So he has 2 counts of aggravated criminal damage to property, illegal use of weapon or dangerous instrumentalities, aggravated second-degree battery, and attempted second-degree murder. Guys, and this is all stemming from an accusation after already being married to the woman you're accusing. Okay.
That's probably the quickest divorce ever.
Ever. You're literally, yes, I do. Get in the car.
Bye.
Traffic. Wait, hold on. You're cheating on me with him. Like, what? Where does that even come from? That's crazy. So,
that's crazy.
Right. Continuing this nonsense. The victims whose identities were not immediately revealed were airlifted to the New Orleans hospital. The male passenger was reportedly still in the hospital, while the uninvolved motorist was discharged. So the one that he went chasing after is still in the hospital, but the guy that the stray bullet went through the windshield and hit his hand with the 2 kids in the car, he was discharged. So I'm going to just say his injuries were minimal. Lucky. I mean, because if it hit his hand, it could have been, who knows what hand it hit actually, really, because, I mean, if it hit, I'm like opposite to your guys's, but if it hit his right hand, I mean, look how close that is to you when you're driving, you know? And then if it hit this hand, I mean, that could have hit his heart. He could have been facing, instead of attempted second degree murder, he could be dealing with murder. Okay. Right. So, I mean, I know it wasn't like, what is it? What is it called when you, dang, my words are messed up right now.
Premeditated?
What is it called? I know it wasn't premeditated, but I'm saying you pull this gun out, you're shooting. He could have shot one of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, people, you guys got to think before you get so upset. Like, I have something on my page that says, I'm going to say it probably wrong, but like, basically it's saying don't get so upset at, you know, things that are happening right now and make permanent decisions to like temporary, like things that are aggravating you at the time. Don Pride says, why get married? That's what I'm asking, Don. Why get married if you already had, because he had to already had the suspicion for him to get in the car and say that they were having an affair. he had to already had that suspicion in his mind. So why get married to this girl? I don't understand. But to continue. Okay,
Somebody
so
put that in his ear.
somebody had to say something.
Yeah.
He had to see something was there because no. The interstate was closed for more than 4 hours with traffic congestion reaching more than 3 miles. Could you imagine being in that and you cannot exit at all for 4 hours? Crazy.
Yes.
I guess would have your mind going, but no, it seems like this whole argument came up right in the beginning.
Yeah, they had a bad accident in California. We were stuck there for 6 hours, and I had to go to the ladies' room.
Wow, I would have sure went to the side of the road.
There was nowhere to go.
Excuse me, got to go.
It was packed, back to back.
What could you do in that situation?
We had to find somebody with a camper.
Girl, forget that. I'm sorry. I would have went right off to the side, would have found me a tree. Y'all don't mind me. I'm sure everyone has napkins in their glove compartment. I'm going to go handle this. I'm not holding it for 6 hours. Not I. Not me. Exactly, Dawn. Get a cup. Get us something. You don't got to get a cup. If you don't have a cup, there's bushes on the side. Go on your little stuff around there. Do your little squat, ladies. We know the squats. Cleanse him up and let's go. Let's keep it going. Okay? No. Okay, so it says our officers reached was I there yet? Oh, our officers reached Beverly and accurately and took the suspect into custody with minimal personal damage. Okay, so they're saying their officers, took immediate action. It was accurate, on point. I guess they're trying to say how good they were. Took this suspect into custody with basically no confrontation or anything like that, said Mike T. You guys know I can't say his name. It's a testament to the training our young men and women do. It is a testament to the training our young men and women do, and I am very proud of each and every one of them. Something's missing there. It is a testament to the training our young men and women do, and I. Look, I'm not reading this wrong. Our young women do, and I.
Look at the bottom of the actual, at the bottom of it, it'll tell you if there's any typos to report it, because they always have typos in Louisiana.
Okay, it says it is a testament to the. Okay, I see what they're saying. It is a testament to the training our young men and women. You know what? They didn't punctuate it right. So basically, he's saying it is a testament to the training our young men and women do have, and I am very proud of each and every one of them, is basically what he's trying to say. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm caught up on that. So that is one of the articles. Do you want to play the actual video of it? Because I have a few videos.
Yeah, I can do that.
Which one do you have?
The one that says, these cases of jealousy and obsession ended in murder. I don't know.
You can play that. You can go ahead and play that one, or should I play the 12 News one if that's what yours says?
Mine says something about murder. Who died?
Let me play this. Let me play 12 News first.
Okay.
Because if yours have murder, because I don't think this has murder in it, but it might.
It has to be another one. Let me find it.
No. That's fine. At least we have different ones.
Okay.
So let's see. You guys let me know if you can hear and see this. I'm putting it up as loud as I can. And is it gonna play for me or what? Is it gonna play for me? Look, she's just paused there. Go ahead and play yours until I see what's going on with mine wanting to play. Maybe I need to go back and come back in. Wait, that's not it. Hold on. She's not listening. Hello? Guys, that's not it. This is a
Hold
different...
on.
That's not it. That's not it. That's a completely different case that you're playing. Hold on, guys. You're playing a different one. That's probably why we're a little bit confused.
Right. It says Devin Jose Jones and his
That's not even what he looks like.
Oh my goodness. The one
Not
with the
from what I
tuxedo,
have.
right? With the
Not from
tuxedo.
what, huh?
The one with the tuxedo, right?
Yeah, but is there two different cases? Because that doesn't look like anything that I'm looking at over here.
That's crazy. It's the same one, but it's a different video.
Yeah, that's definitely not it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see if this video is the one. That's crazy that it wasn't it.
Hey, but I've had that happen to me multiple times. I'll be playing something and I'm like, hold on, this ain't it.
And then it says Devin Jose Jones allegedly shoots his friend after whatever happened.
Yeah, but do you see the names in that one? That's talking about a Kendrick. Who's a Kendrick?
I don't know. His friend? That's crazy.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Here, play it. Let's see it. It could be. Let's see.
All right, I found another one.
Okay, play that.
That one might be the one.
I don't even know if we could play that one. I think that what it looked like you were playing was from Oxygen. I don't think we could play that. I'm not sure. But go ahead, play whichever one you.
That was Oxygen?
I think so.
Always Saturday night. Sheriff Mike
John said, another crazy man, right? I mean, why get married if that's the case? I don't get that part. Why get married if you're going to result to this? Or if you even had an inkling that someone was doing something on you, why get married? Why risk yourself for that person, you know? I wouldn't. I would just say, hey, we either need to get this cleared up or we can keep it moving. Yeah, play that one.
Okay, that one is the same person name, but I don't know where the other one came from.
Okay, let's see. Turn it up.
Last night. It brought traffic to a standstill when 911 calls came in of a shooter about a mile from the crash. Trey says a domestic dispute in the car between 30-year-old Devin Jones, his newly married wife, and a male friend led up to the shooting. Both the male friend and another driver stuck in traffic were injured. Trey says without a quick response from deputies on scene, it could have been much worse.
Last night's incidents was in my craziness of things I've seen in 33 years. That's going to be a top 10, maybe a top 5. But I have to, based on witness accounts and eyewitness accounts, most people told me that my deputies acted heroically. I mean, ran out there, not knowing what was going on. It's basically an active shooter on the interstate. And one of my deputies, who was off duty in his car with his family, heard the call over the radio, left his family, and was one of the primary officers to make the apprehension of Mr. Jones on the interstate.
Jones faces multiple murder, battery, and other charges. Trey says they plan to execute a search warrant on the car where they suspect the weapon is.
Whoa. These people are losing their minds. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I keep getting the mute thing messed up, but Dawn said she was cheating with his friend. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that
Yes.
perhaps, you know, he either have some type of proof or I don't know. I don't know why he just thought that all of a sudden. Like, you just got married to this woman. You guys come up to an accident. You're in traffic. And now you're accusing them of cheating. And then you just start shooting at them to the point where you shoot an innocent bystander. Etta says, thank God they got him. Yes. Because who knows what else he would have done. I wonder if he was drinking before he went out on this marriage situation, because that would say a lot.
Yeah, he probably got.
Don says, but still, why get married? Girl, I don't know. Your phone, your thing keeps crackling. I don't know why. We tried so much. I don't know why. But we'll make it. But yeah, I don't know.
You want me to just get on my iPad?
Try it. That might work.
Okay.
But yeah, oops, what happened? Oh, she got off. But yeah, I don't know. Why get married? And then I wonder like how long ago they got married. I know they were newlyweds, but was this like literally you go down to the county building and boom, on your way back home or to wherever you guys were going, argument breaks out. You got your friend running from the car, your groom running after him. You're trying to find someone so you can run away from the situation. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. So let me see. I read. Let me see if I can read this one. Okay, I read that one. I know they have a neither one. Okay, so these are just, okay. I'm gonna show you the pictures of them. Can I click it? Okay, so this is a picture. This is the picture of him.
Yep.
Okay, and here's the picture of them both. And then look at her dress, guys. Her dress is gorgeous. Look.
Yeah, it is. That's beautiful.
Do you guys see that? And then to have to deal with that.
That's crazy.
Here's a picture of, I guess, the freeway and stuff like that, how it started coming to a standstill.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The spillway.
And there's a couple of more pictures. Let me see if there's any worth showing. Okay. So Daily Mail says, these are just a couple of bulletin points, so I'm going to read them off to you guys. Devin Jose Jones was in the car with his bride, Zenaida Williams, and her male friend on Interstate 10 just outside of New Orleans late Saturday night. As traffic came to a standstill on the freeway due to a multi-car accident around 11 p.m., an argument broke out inside of their vehicle. Investigators say Jones, 30 years old, the suspect, Williams, I think they meant to put accused because it just says suspect Williams when she's not the suspect, she's the victim. Accused Williams of cheating on him and pulled out a gun, sending the pal, they put the pal, not the friend, the pal, P-A-L, running from the car. Witnesses reported an armed man in a tuxedo giving chase between the vehicles. So imagine that. You're on the freeway, you're in your car, there's traffic, and you just see these people flying down past you on the freeway. One has a gun in their hand. The other one is like, oh, God, that is crazy. Investigators say Jones shot Bry's friend in the leg and a stray bullet hit another motorist in the hand. A terrified Williams bolted to a nearby ambulance and told the paramedics her life was in peril. I don't know where this is from, but her life was in danger. She then barricaded herself inside as Jones tried to force his way in. Guys, he was going through it. Jones was arrested and charged with attempted second-degree murder, illegal use of a weapon, and aggravated second-degree battery. Both shooting victims were airlifted to the hospital and are in stable condition. Martha says they both look happy in their pictures. Yes, they do. They look so happy. And from it to go from 0 to 100, crazy, guys. So it says, while in the bumper-to-bumper traffic, a verbal argument broke out in the car with Jones accusing the friend of being romantically involved with his new life partner. Yikes, y'all. Yeah, they do look so happy. They do look so happy.
That's probably that Paul and all his buddies all up in his ear telling him she doing stuff.
Exactly. Do anyone want to hop up on panel? You don't have to show your face. Today is chill day. And you know I'm normally like, I want to see who I'm talking to. But if you just want to hop on to say a few words, or to even just hang out with us and chill and just have commentary, I will put the link in the chats. There it goes right there.
Hop on, guys. This is fun. It's a chill day.
Yep, we just chilling. I don't know. You say I could give you a wrench on here, and there's no way that I could do that.
It's not doing it. Not even if you touch it. Am I touch my name?
No. All it gives me is the option is to put user in timeout or block the user.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it's been tripping lately.
Yeah, and then if I click it, it just shows the comments. So Etta says, I wonder if something was said in the car that caused him to snap. Right, because why else would you go from let's get married, meet me at the altar in your white dress to let's shoot the club up, like let's shoot the car up. Like what? Where does that happen? Like why?
Yeah,
I don't get it. Guys, I'm eating breakfast sausage. If you guys see me snacking, like I said, it's chill. Earlier we talked about another case, and I kind of wanted to keep that separate. So that's why I was like, let's hop on a completely different live. And so now we're over here, we're chilling, we're hanging out on this Wednesday, just talking about different cases. We're not talking about one in specific, but here is the link if you guys want to hop onto the panel and let's just conversate or converse, whichever one you guys want to say.
They both work.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I mean, do you have any other videos or anything you want to show on that one?
No. Did anybody see the conclusion of
Sorry.
Neil?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about Ronnie. Don Pride says, hubby home, have to go. Bye, love.
Bye.
Nice chilling with ya.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. So right now we can talk about Ronnie for a little bit and we'll hop onto the next case.
Do you want me to put my video or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It's a good conclusion, even though it was a bad, start, but it ended up being a good thing to end with. Thank goodness.
I think I could. Is that how I make you bigger? How do I make you bigger?
You can't.
I can't.
Mm-mm. Well, you just did, but You muted yourself, though. Where's it at? There we go.
I can't make you bigger. I tried, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's good.
It was a horrific crime. Ronnie O'Neill murdered his girlfriend and daughter and tried to kill his son. But on the night of that tragedy, a guardian angel appeared in the form of a first responder and gave that little boy a second chance at life. Tonight, an incredible story of survival and a path forward through adoption. It's a story you'll only see here on News Channel 8. Good evening, I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we introduce you to the little boy who survived that horrific night and is now thriving with adoptive parents who brought him into their home.
News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us now with his exclusive report about little Ronnie and how Ronnie's life has changed for the better.
Keith and Jen, during the trial, we were very careful to protect the identity of young Ronnie. He is a victim who managed to survive a horrific night, but now, with his permission and the permission of his adoptive parents, we are sharing his story and the story of how he came to his new family.
You will see who is the mass murderer.
It was a trial that captivated the Bay Area and the nation.
This whole entire case has been tampered with.
It began March 18th, 2018. Mike Blair with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office got a call to respond to a crime scene in Riverview. Blair has responded to hundreds of calls. This one changed his life.
There was a child being medevaced to Tampa General, but he was not expected to live.
Ronnie O'Neill III, accused of killing his girlfriend, daughter, and severely wounding his son Ronnie, insisted on acting as his own attorney. In one heartbreaking moment, he questioned Ronnie in court.
How did I hurt you?
Ronnie III was found guilty of murder. But for Ronnie, now 12, it's important to him that we remember his mother and sister.
She was just a good mom.
Kenyatta Barron was back in school attending HCC, but still had time to play football with him. And Ronnie had his own special way of communicating with his disabled sister, Ronivia.
We did like a lot of things together. She was nice.
In the hospital, Mike Blair visited Ronnie as he recovered.
He kind of held onto my hand and as I left, and he said, "Could you watch a movie with me?"
At that moment, Mike knew he had to speak with his wife.
We were planning to go on a date night that night, and I said, "Hey, instead of doing date night, do you mind if we go watch a movie with this kid?"
Danielle Blair went to the hospital, where she and Mike watched a movie with Ronnie.
I had already known that I would want to take Ronnie home with us starting that night.
But it didn't happen overnight. Not until they received one call asking if they knew anyone who could foster Ronnie. That call became their calling.
I was driving by our church when the guardian is asking, "Hey, do you know of somebody who can help us out?"
Danielle Blair had prayed for this moment.
I started praying that God would soften Michael's heart and say, okay, yes, we have a place that Ronnie belongs.
Now Ronnie has a new family and 5 new siblings who've accepted Ronnie into their lives.
One of the best moms and dads who take care of me.
It's become more than just a new house for Ronnie. It's a home. They even have a family mantra.
As it goes to the family, and it's, "I am safe, I am loved, and I'm part of this family."
Remarkable people. The Blairs have 5 children of their own, and those children actually encourage Corporal Blair to bring Ronnie into their house and into their home, into their lives. Ronnie is now receiving physical therapy for his wounds and mental health care to help him through this process and everything that he has gone through.
What a good-looking family now, though. I think we were all captivated by this story, to say the least. And it was Ronnie's decision to speak, wasn't it? Why now? Why did this young man want to speak out?
Well, he felt he was very limited during the trial of what he could say. He was very much prepared for that, but he didn't have a chance to say how much he loved his mother and how much he loved his sister. That was important to him. And for Mike and Danielle Blair, they say that horrific night was only one brief moment in Ronnie's life. It will always be part of his story, they say, but it doesn't have to define him.
It's a great story. Thank you for sharing it, Jeff. Glad he talked to you, and you can see more.
Nope, there she goes.
So for those of you guys that do not know, that is New News. Let me see. Hold on.
Mute. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm gonna get used to that, y'all. But that is New News. You may see me over on her channel and vice versa. It is spelt U with a space, new, Knew, with an exclamation mark, and she will pop right up. So we're constantly on each other's pages. Feel free, hop over there and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that thumbs up. It helps me tremendously with me trying to grow this channel. And make sure you hit your notification. That's very important right now because I do not have a set schedule right now because I'm going back to school after all this COVID stuff. So until then, I don't have an exact schedule. So if you hit that notification bell, you will be able to see when I put up my little mini shorts, and it'll let you know the next time I'm coming on. It'll either be the day before or a few hours before I actually come on, letting you guys know either what I'm talking about, what time I'll be coming on. I am Pacific time, so sometimes I put in the little map so you know what time is what. But yes, sir. Hold on a second. So yes, until I'm in school and can make a set schedule, that notification bell is going to do you a lot of good because I don't know at this time. So thank you, and make sure you go over there, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to here. I am going to be doing a giveaway. And then closer to Christmas, I'm going to be doing a raffle with a few things. So for my first giveaway, I haven't made a decision yet. If I do it in October or if I'm going to do it in November. If I do it in November, I'm going to be doing multiple gift cards to different restaurants and things like that because, you know, November is the time for eating. So I will pick some popular restaurants, some simple ones such as Red Lobster, sir. Red Lobster, even fast food, Carl's, any place that I know is gonna be everywhere. McDonald's, for instance, like anywhere. I don't know yet. I don't know what I really want to do, but I know either the beginning of November, ending of October, I'm going to be doing that giveaway. And some of the rules to that is going to be, you have to be subscribed. I can go in my email and see who is subscribed, when you subscribed, all that type of stuff. So you have to be subscribed. Not only that, I'm thinking about, I'm really into the arts. I graduated from a performing arts school. So I'm thinking of doing oh my God, sorry, I got new chairs. And so I accidentally pressed the button. So hold on. Let me figure out how to get back. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I moved my lamp and everything because it's electronic. But anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna do right back. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm gonna do art to where you either put something together to where it's that I can post it in the back of my studio that I'm having built. So I just want different stuff to represent you guys, represent us, this channel. I mean, the kids, the victims, period. Because I'm big about the kids. I got one right over here acting crazy, jumping on the couch. But I am for everyone. And so basically that's what I'm going to have it be based around. So any type of artsy thing, maybe, I don't know, my logo with I don't know, something I could probably put as my new logo. I don't know anything. and then I'll have it being like sent to a PO box. I'll pick the top 3. I may do a poll and have everybody else decide, and that's how I will give out things. I don't know. I'm still looking into that. So have that in mind. Start thinking of something creative. I will have a live when I come on, and I'm going to be looking for your guys' opinions, but I'm going to make a date for that and continue to post little advertisements of that. That way people have time to think about what they think my first giveaway should be. I want you guys to be involved, and that is that. So we're going to move on to the next case, which is in, let me find it. Okay, so I found it and found my little things I had for it. Here, let me go ahead and let me see. I'll do this while she's on her little break. So Las Vegas, you guys know I love Las Vegas. You guys know it. I mean, that's where I was before I came back to California. And so they have found 2 women deceased in the Palms Hotel. Now, let me tell you guys, I love the Palms Hotel because when I was in school, I actually did aesthetics twice because California's rules with estheticians are completely different than in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, we're more free. We can use, lancets. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like kind of a little knife to pop out stuff. You know, you can get more evasive in Vegas. In San Diego, LA, all of California. I'm in Southern California. All of those places, it's like you can't do anything. You basically can just wash, cleanse the face. That's it. Pretty much, to me, is what it seems like. So I went to a, I guess you can say kind of like an internship at the Palms. They have one of the most amazing spas there. And in their spa, they have, there's like a sauna, like a rock room, but it's huge and you could just walk. It's lovely. But they have some nice services there, a cool like indoor pool. Guys, the Palms is lit. But the Palms was just recently in the news for having 2 women found deceased in their hotel. Let's talk about it. So I will play the video from the first day and the most recent. So here we go. Tell me, make sure you guys can hear this. Toss some ones in the chat if you guys can hear it. So hold on. Hold on. They're playing a commercial.
We work hard to give you more customer service, more direction, and more time with an attorney.
Commercial.
Now we're continuing to follow that breaking news we told you about earlier. Let's listen in to what police are saying right now.
Hotel guest had not checked out of the room. Security went to make contact with the occupant. They were unable to get into the room due to the security latch being engaged. Maintenance was requested, and they responded to the room and were able to force entry into the room, where they discovered the bodies of 2 black adult females laying on the bed in the hotel room deceased. What we believe from evidence inside the room is that this is going to be a murder-suicide investigation. So again, it's still very early on in the investigation. I'll take a couple questions if you have them, but I don't really have much more than that at this point. Are they tourists or are they locals? We believe they're going to be locals from the information that we're getting. We're still trying to positively identify both of them. We have some preliminary information that leads us to believe that they are going to be local residents.
Any indication when they might have died?
We believe within the last 12 hours. We know that at least one of them was alive as early as 5 o'clock this morning. We're thinking mid to late 30s are going to be the age range.
Gunshot, blunt force, any?
They are both, we believe both are going to have gunshot.
And there again, Metro Police are updating us on what appears to be, as they just mentioned now, a murder-suicide that happened off of Flamingo.
That's right. We'll continue to follow the story and get more information for you tonight at 6.
All right.
So yes, the Palms Hotel is off of Flamingo. It's very near to the Strip. Literally, it's the Strip. There's a bridge gapping the freeway to the other side, and on that other side of the Strip it's the Strip, a bridge that goes over the freeway, and then you'll see the Palms, you'll see Sonic, you'll see, yeah. So it's not that far from the Strip. I have I'll actually read the news clip from that for you guys, and then I'll play the next video. Etta B, thank you so much. You know what, Etta? I love you, because no matter what, every time I log on, you're there. Martha, same thing. Like, there's certain names I see pop up. I see Don pretty frequently. There's a couple of names that I notice, and I'm going to start taking those names down. And for the people, I know I said in the beginning, okay, I was going to do a little roll call, but as I was going through it with so many hops ins and out, I was like, I don't want anybody to be mad at me, so I just left that alone. But for the ones that I constantly see, I'm going to start doing like a roll call on some day of the week where I'm just going to list people and basically have you guys on a whole little roll thing of just saying thank you, because I do appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with me no matter what. So thank you, Etta, for being there. And you also, Martha. Dawn, she was in the building from the beginning as well. So everyone that stays and is locked in with me, I will always have you right here. So we'll see what comes out of that. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want people to start being a little bit, fake, just to, you guys will see. You guys will see. So I'm going to read the news article from that clip that I just showed you guys. So Las Vegas, KTNV. Police are investigating a possible murder-suicide. Now, I tell you guys, I've lived in Las Vegas from high school all the way up until my mid-20s. And then from that point, I was back and forth. So the Palms, yes, is amazing hotel. It's lovely. It's fabulous, but it's not one of the newer ones. And so being that it's at that, to me, I don't want to say this and then get crashed by them, but to me, it's one of those like mid-range hotels. It's still luxury, but to me, on one of the lower sides of luxury. There's still a lot of prostitution that goes on in hotels like that. It's not like the lower ends, like what's a lower end? I don't even know if they have that out there, but like not like a Best Western or what's a known hotel chain? Like a Motel 8. It's not nothing like that, but it's more of a higher end type area. But I know a lot of that goes on there. I was in that hotel not super recently, but before I moved from Las Vegas to California, or Nevada to California. And I'm gambling and I'm noticing some things. I'm like tapping my friend like, yo, do you see this? Do you see this? So you do see a lot of girls coming in with either they're very, very young, looking 18 or younger, or within that teen range, with men that look in their 60s or late 50s, 60s, even 70 looking guys. And you're like, what are they doing? You know, she has on like a skimpy little outfit, basically nothing. He looks like a business type person. It's like, come on now. We get what's going on here. Or you'll see, you know, that type of girl like sitting around certain tables or slot machines or things like that. And it's kind of like, what's going on in here? It's a little bit of sus. But yeah, so it's a nice hotel, but right now they're considering it murder suicide. Could be something else, but I'm gonna go ahead and read from there. Hey, Miss Didi, too much is going on in the city. Yes, you out there, right, Miss Didi? I need you to hop on panel, Miss Didi. Yes, because you out there. Let me read this. I need you to hop on panel because you're out there and you can discuss the town. Etta says, no shame in their game. No shame in their game. I mean, I've seen some things going on in there. I'm like, he can barely walk. Like you're literally holding him up. You're pushing him in his wheelchair, boo. What's going on? Miss Didi said, Miss Didi says the young ones work in threes. Oh, is that what goes on? Miss Didi? Look, I'm about to open up this panel. You need to hop on because we need to have some discussions on here. So let me finish reading this. So it says, police are investigating a possible murder-suicide at the Palms Place in Las Vegas involving two women believed to be in a relationship. Possible. The women were found with gunshot wounds inside the hotel room on the property by employees. Investigators think they are both local residents in their mid to late 30s. Their identities and official cause of death will be released by the coroner's office. When the women did not check out for their hotel room on Tuesday morning, police say security was sent up to the room. The security officers could not enter, and maintenance workers was able to get in by force. Investigators think one of the women shot the other and then took their own life. Police stress that information is preliminary. That information is preliminary, and the shooting remains under investigation. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Homicide Section at 702-828-3521. By email is homicide at lvmpd.com. To remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers at 702-385-555. Or you can go online to Crime Stoppers of Nevada, so Crime Stoppers of NV Crime Stoppers at NV.com. So that is one of the videos and the news clip. Do you have anything to say, you knew?
That's nasty. That's just plain nasty. I don't understand people in this world. They're disgusting. Like
So you say,
you're sitting there
wait,
sleeping around with a Sharpay.
Wait, say it again?
They're sleeping around with Sharpays, if you know what I mean.
With Sharpays?
Yeah, you know.
No, explain to me. I don't know what you mean.
You know them wrinkled dogs?
Stop. No, I don't know. No. I'm talking about the girls that came in. This is said to be a couple that supposedly one shot one, the other took her life, is what it looks like. But we all know we're talking about Vegas here. Anything could have happened. It could have been two girls going on a date with a man. He shot one, staged it to look like a suicide. It could be anything at this point. We do not know. Miss D says, I am not in the place to talk right now. Okay. We'll talk later. Etta B says, LOL. Okay, so here goes another news clip from a day ago, and then I'll bring in the recent one. Is it a new clip or is it just the video?
All right. Good evening. I'm Lieutenant Ray Spencer. I'm the homicide lieutenant with the
I don't know
Las
if
Vegas
this is the
Metropolitan
same
Police
one,
Department.
but let's see.
I'm out here this afternoon to brief you on a homicide investigation that we are conducting in the 4300 block of West Flamingo. The details that I have right now are very preliminary, but at around 3 p.m. this afternoon, we responded on a report of two women deceased inside of a hotel room directly behind me.
Is this the one I already played?
Along with Metro Police and determined both the females were deceased. What we have learned is that late this afternoon, the hotel guest had not checked out of the room. Security went to make contact with the occupant. They were unable to get into the room due to the security latch being engaged. Maintenance was requested, and they responded to the room and were able to force entry into the room, where they discovered the bodies of two black adult females laying on the bed in the hotel room. Deceased.
I played this one already, right?
Inside the room is that this is going to be a murder.
I thought so. I was like, wait, it sounds a little bit familiar. Hold on. Hold on. I think I may have it. Why isn't it making any sound? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, that's why. So that was from Las Vegas Review Journal. And let me see what they have to say. Oh, well, they have a lot of stuff going on their website, so sometimes it's a little bit much. So it says, security at Palm.
I'm up here climbing the 600-foot bar yet. The point of this.
It says, Las Vegas police are investigating after 2 women were found dead Tuesday in an apparent murder-suicide at the hotel near the Strip. Security at the Palms Place found the women Tuesday afternoon in a room at the hotel on 4381 Flamingo Road. Metropolitan Police Department Homicide Lieutenant Ray Spencer said security had attempted to open the room to investigate why the guests had not checked out, but the door was latched and locked. So I guess that's why they're saying it's a possible murder-suicide, because how would anybody else be able to get out of the room unless it's one of the rooms to where it is a double room and it's locked on one side and the other can let the person through? If you guys know what I'm saying, like the double hotels or the double suites, then that's a possibility. Other than that, I don't understand how somebody can get out and actually latch it. So that's why they're saying, say it again.
They got windows that they can get out of.
In the hotels in Las Vegas? In the Palms?
Yeah, they have windows that you can get out.
In the Palms Hotel, you're not getting out of a window there. They're too high. There's no window for you to get out of.
So how high were they?
It doesn't matter. In the Palms Hotel, there's not a window that you can get out of.
Have like a bottom floor or anything? Like a first floor?
I'm sure they were. There's no bottom floor because that's the lobby and that's where the casino is.
Okay. All right.
There's no way that somebody could have got out. They don't have windows that you can raise up like that because people constantly jump out of those windows and commit suicide. So there has to be a way. Either it's a double room to where you can go into them, or sometimes they close it off to where you can't.
Okay.
Or there's no or. How else would you lock that? So that's why I'm thinking they're saying it's a murder-suicide.
That's crazy.
Unless they had some random person be in that other room and act like they didn't know who they were at all, let that person in, let them out while they latched it and then went out that way. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Let's see. Lieutenant Ray Spencer said security had attempted to open the room to investigate why the guests had not checked out, but the door was latched. When maintenance opened the door at about 3 p.m., security discovered the women dead from gunshot wounds. Spencer said detectives suspected they were romantically involved based on the note left in the room, which he declined to elaborate on. Okay. Investigators suspected that both women who were in their 30s had died within 12 hours of discovery. One was alive as early as 5 a.m. Spencer said Metro had not received any reports of gunshots at the hotel. We don't know if they died at the same time, said Spencer. We're working with security to go through video surveillance. The Clark County Coroner's Office will identify the women found dead. A spokesman with Red Rock Resorts, I love Red Rock. Red Rock Resorts, which owns the property, did not immediately return requests for comment on Tuesday. Anyone with information, like I already said, may call Metro 702-828-3521. Against that, 702-828-3521. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline, guys, is 800-273-8255. They provide access to like a crisis line. They also have a crisis text line where you can text them at 24 hours a day. Text home to the number 741-741. So if you're having any type of suicide thoughts or anything like that, please text the word home to 741-741. So if you guys want to see the location, I will show you the map right now. I'll see if I can show you how close it is to the to the Strip, but I don't think I am going to be able to. So I don't know if you guys know where the Gold Coast is, but the Gold Coast used to have some amazing fried crab legs. They don't have them anymore, guys, but I wish they did. But here is the Palms Casino. Oops, sorry. Here's Palm. Wait, here's Palms. Why are they showing all of that? Hold on. Here is the Palms. There's the Gold Coast right there. And if you go towards, hold on. I'm trying to show you how far. It's like not that far from the Strip. Where is this? Where is it? This map is not that good, but literally it's right over the bridge from the Strip. It's that close. And I mean, we see these things all the time. Okay, there's no new comments, just making sure of that. So is there anything that you want to show you knew about that? Do you have another video?
Hold on one second.
Okay. Because I have two. I have one from 21 hours ago, and I have one that I do want to show. That's from 12 hours ago.
I have one for the 23 hours ago.
Okay, go ahead and play that one, and then I'll
And
go
they
to the.
also have one for 14 hours ago as well.
And I have one from 12 hours ago. So go ahead and play your 21, and then
we'll go from there.
We'll go from there.
Okay.
The room just before 3 p.m. and they found the women described as black and in their 30s dead. Police say both suffered from gunshot wounds.
Are you showing it?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. Let me mute myself. I put you back.
All right.
I put you back on full screen. Not full screen, but you know the most I can do.
Was locked. Then maintenance got into the room just before 3 p.m. and they found the women described as black and in their 30s dead. Police say both suffered from gunshot wounds.
I don't know why it's popping to something else. Hold on one second.
It's all good. We're just hanging out. We're chilling tonight, so it's cool. Bear with us, guys. She's gonna show her video, and then right after that, I'm gonna show the most recent one that I could find.
And they found the women described as black and in their 30s dead. Police say both suffered from gunshot wounds.
It's doing it again.
Okay, I'll just play mine. Hopefully it'll play.
Police say the two women, who they believe are locals, did not check out of their door was locked. Then maintenance got into the room just before 3 p.m. and they found the women, described as black and in their 30s, dead. Police say both suffered from gunshot wounds.
Mine just did the same thing. They don't want us to know about it. I'll just read it. It's fine. I'll read it. You know, I don't have a problem with reading. Okay, it says casino deaths. 2 women found dead at the Palms Casino Resort off Las Vegas Strip, suspected of murder-suicide. They were found by employees at Palms Casino Resort around 3 p.m. on Tuesday. The guests were said to be in their 30s, reportedly hadn't checked out the hotel, prompting security guards to visit the room, Las Vegas Sun reports. They couldn't get into the room at first. Employees forced the door down, and the bodies were found on the bed. Cops believe the woman died from gunshot wounds, and they died within 12 hours of being discovered. It's suspected that they may have been romantically involved, but no further details have been provided, according to the Las Vegas Police Department. Their identities have not been revealed, but it is thought that they were locals to the city. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Homicide Lieutenant Ray Spencer said, "We know at least one of them were alive as early as 5 a.m. The cops were unsure if they died at the same time." Lieutenant Spencer said that there were no reports of gunshots. Police are working on hotel security throughout the hotel, thoroughly looking through CCTV footage as the investigation continues. Palms Casino Resort boasts a 9,000 square foot sky villa, which costs around $40,000 a night to rent. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but it's going with it. The luxury hotel has some of the most extravagant suites in Las Vegas. I believe they're adding this into something that is tragic, so I'm not going to read their stats and their luxuriousness and all of that, because we're talking about 2 women ending up dead in this situation. Now, I have something you knew. I don't know if you want to go ahead and look into it a little bit, but in Idaho, where we know the Lori Vallow case and all that is going on, a woman out there pleads guilty to the importation of bath salts. Guys, do we all know what bath salts are? If you know what bath salts are, toss a 1 in the chat. If you don't, toss a 2 in the chat and I will read it off. Like the actual drug bath salts. Let's see. Miss Didi says the casinos don't want negative publicity in their establishment. Yes. You see how they switched that up, Miss Didi? Do you see how they were talking about what happened, and then hey, we have suites up to this price, $40,000 a night. We have this, we have that. Come on, y'all. Have some type of sensitivity. They just immediately went to cash dollar signs. At a B. So no gunshots, no mention of found weapons. So maybe they passed away from another form. No, they do have, Miss Edeby, they do have gunshot wounds, but there was no report of gunshots fired inside of the hotel. You know, like when people hear gunshots, they call in and say, "Hey, I heard a gunshot." They have none of that, but they do have gunshot wounds. I didn't hear no mention of a found weapon, so you are right on that. And who knows? They have to do a tox. They gotta do a tox. Because look, we're talking about Vegas here. They could have both been under the influence of something. One went a little bit crazy, shot one and shot themselves. There's so many possibilities when it comes to Vegas because Vegas is it's a party town. Then you don't know. You really don't know. So a lot will probably come out after. Miss Didi says, okay. Eddie B says she knows what bath salts are. Miss Didi says they are trying to downplay the foolery. Of course, Miss Didi, you know they are. They're always trying to make sure their backs are covered. We're talking about Vegas here. They'll cover up the craziest crimes. I mean, they would cover up something. I believe there was a baby that was like tossed out of one of the windows and like landed, guys, I don't gotta explain it. But they like covered that up and made it seem like something else. Oh no, it was a baby doll. I don't know exactly what they said, but it was covering up everything about it. Etta B says, okay, I missed that. Yeah. So they were discovered to have gunshot wounds, unless I'm reading wrong. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm right before I tell you that, Cops believe the woman died from gunshot wounds. So I'm assuming they had them. Cops believe the woman died from gunshot wounds and that they died within 12 hours of being discovered. So it's believed that they passed on from gunshot wounds. There is no say of a weapon being found or anything like that. And there was no report of gunshots being fired inside of the hotel. So, for those that don't know, okay, there was gunshots, Miss Didi. So, those that don't know what bath salts are, is a crystal substance that is dissolved by bath water. Okay, they're reading something else. I'm going to read the informal version of bath salts. A kind of synthetic drug with mood-altering and stimulant properties, typically in the form of crystals and containing MDPV or methadone. Let me look more into that. Synthetic cannabinoids are considered bath salts. Bath salts is the given name to a synthetic cannabinoid, a class of drug that have one or more laboratory made chemicals similar to cathone. So CATHINONE. Cathone is a stimulant found naturally in kata, so it's KHAT, the kata plant, grown in East Africa and Southern Arabia. Oh, wow, guys. I can't even say what NDPV stands for, but I will show you the word. So here's the word right here. If anyone wants to try to sound that out, I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. I wouldn't get embarrassed, but I'm just saying I'm not going to put myself through that.
Wouldn't that be like meth and some other stuff? Meth?
Methylendoxychlorovilerone. I don't know. Hey, I at least tried,
Good try, yep.
Ms. B says cameras are everywhere in the casinos and the streets. Yep, they are. They're going to close in on them and see what happened exactly, who went in, who went out. But we all know from the Kanika Jenkins case casinos will show what they want to show. And we're talking about Vegas here. They're not going to jeopardize their reputation for two black women that then did some murder-suicide thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really putting them down like that. I'm just saying how Vegas thinks. We're not going to jeopardize our reputation for two people that are irrelevant. And you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't matter. And in places like this, how people put racial things into it. Oh, well, it's a blonde person, blue eyes, white, Caucasian, Mexican, orange, pink, brown. In these situations, in places like this, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are not up in the money, they're not going to jeopardize their reputation for anyone, anywhere. They're just not. Ms. Didi says some places have banned bath salts because it's an ingredient used to get high. Even the bath salts that you use in the tub, I know bath salts in the form of the synthetic drug that people are using should be banned everywhere, I believe. But I don't know about actual bath salts because I don't know if Epsom salt is considered a bath salt because I know I use that when I'm like super tense. I don't know. So.
Yeah, that stuff turns people into like zombies. They start biting people's skin like cannibals.
You know what? Let's look into that. The effects of bath salts. Like I said, we're chilling tonight, y'all. So if you want to look it up, your screen looks really nice when you put it up. I'm kind of like trying to hold it up, like the effects of bath salts, or if you could show some videos of what the
let me pull it up.
What the look is of it while I continue to read this. Okay, like I was asking about Epsom salt. The lab-made cathinoids products sold as bath salts should not be confused with products such as Epsom salt. That's what I was thinking about. The original bath salt that people add to their bath water to help ease stress and relax muscles. Epsom salts are made with a mineral mixture of magnesium and sulfate. Okay, that was my question. If that was in it. Bath salts are sometimes marketed as a cheap substitute for other drugs such as MDMA, Molly, ecstasy, or cocaine. Methylene, a common chemical in bath salts, has been substituted for MDMA in capsules sold as Molly in some places. That's crazy. Do you see how people will just volunteer your body to consume their drugs when you're thinking you're taking something else and you're really getting something you didn't volunteer for? That's crazy. Ms. Didi says some places have, I already read that, the ban on salts. How bath salts are used. Bath salts are usually swallowed, this thing, or inhaled, or this thing. But this thing and this thing are the most harmful ways. Even though I don't put my content out to kids, it's noted in my thing. Nothing I put out is for kids. They shouldn't be watching it. It's a nana. I just don't know how much I can say or not because I'm still new to the game. So we shall see. Banning bath salts. At the end of the last decade, bath salts began to gain popularity in the United States and Europe as legal highs. In October 2011, the Drug Enforcement Administration put an emergency ban on 3 common lab-made cathinoids until officials knew more about them. In July 2012, President Barack Obama signed legislation permanently banning 2 of them, methadone and MDPV, along with several other lab-made drugs often sold as marijuana like K2/spice. We all seen the effects from that. So you knew. You can probably play some of the things, some of the reactions and things from bath salts, and I'll look up while you're doing that and showing that. I'll look up some of the things that are from K2 and Spice and showing the difference in the both things.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Almost. I'm getting the video up right now.
Okay. Although the law also bans chemically similar versions of some of these drugs, manufacturers have responded by making new drugs different forms of the banned substances to get around the law. Why would you guys want to do this to people? Money makes the world go around. They don't care how much you're harming humans. Anything, as long as we can make a quick buck, we're cool. To protect the public, the government is constantly monitoring new formulas, as they should. Can you overdose or die if you use synthetic bath salts? Yes. So for those of you that don't know, yes, you can overdose. Yes, intoxication. Yes, I said all right. Yes, intoxication from several man-made cannabinoids, including MDPV, methadone. They have so many ways of saying, and bulatone, has caused many deaths among some people who have used bath salts. Snorting or needle injection of bath salts seems to cause the most harm. Mixing bath salts with other drugs, including alcohol, can be especially dangerous. So let's go on to you new. Can't hear you.
Chemicals in them and the high they produce can be devastating for lives and communities. Their effects can be stronger and longer lasting. And we turn to a story we posted online earlier today. We've done extensive reporting on a set of drugs commonly known as bath salts. These street drugs have been on the rise in recent years and pose serious problems for law enforcement. Packaged to look like common household products with names like Lady Bubbles or White Dove. But the chemicals in them and the high they produce can be devastating for lives and communities. Their effects can be stronger and longer lasting than other drugs like amphetamines and cocaine. Researchers are trying to understand how they work and how the chemistry behind them continues to change. Louis DeFelice is one of those researchers studying this new class of substances at Virginia Commonwealth University. And he joins me now from Richmond. Thank you for being with us. And let me just start by saying when people hear the term bath salts, maybe they think of Epsom salts, which you would buy at a pharmacy, in a drugstore, but this is very different. Tell us what they are.
Well, you're right. It's very different than the name implies. It's a benign street name, I think, invented to make it sound harmless. These chemicals are very different and very dangerous than their name implies.
And how long have they been around?
Well, they became popular just years ago, at least in America. The drugs themselves have been around longer in Eastern Europe and in the UK. And the basic component of the drug, which is called cathinone, and the derivatives from cathinone have been around hundreds and maybe even thousands of years. It's a naturally occurring substance from which bath salts are derived.
So tell us, Dr. DeFelice, how are they used and how are they different from other illegal drugs we're familiar with hearing about, methamphetamines, for example?
Well, first of all, bath salts is not a defined substance. It's a combination of drugs. There are several main components that are in bath salts, but you shouldn't think of it as just one kind of drug. So it contains what are called cathinones, particularly synthetic cathinones. And what we discovered was that some of these cathinones behave like methamphetamine, very similar to methamphetamine. But other of the synthetic cathinones that are in bath salts behave like cocaine. So it's an insidious combination of two drugs, one of which the methamphetamine-like component, releases dopamine into the brain, and the other, called MDPV, actually prevents dopamine from being taken up again. So it's as if a person were to take methamphetamine and cocaine in just the right way to keep levels of dopamine very high in the brain for long periods of time.
And what effect does that have on a person?
Well, dopamine, as you know, is a transmitter that's used for quite a few normal human functions. One of them is locomotion. It's also involved in mood and cognition. So the effects can be locomotor. They can be effects on a person's ability to move and function normally, but also rather outrageous hallucinations and cognitive disorders, very similar to what you would have on a methamphetamine high or a cocaine high, except the combination is particularly devastating and longer lasting.
And when you say devastating, what do you mean? Maybe just give us an example of what can happen.
I will. The phenotype of a person who is on bath salts, and remember, bath salts isn't just one well-defined combination of drugs, is very peculiar. First of all, the person apparently feels extreme powers of strength, inability to sense pain, very hard to subdue, hold down. The people also, the abusers of bath salts, also frequently and for some unknown reason take their clothes off and tear away at their body parts. So these are unusual features of a drug abuser that are phenotypic for bath salts themselves and allow enforcement agencies to determine or at least identify whether or not the people are using bath salts.
And finally, Dr. DeFelice, why is it so important to get the word out about this substance?
Well, I think it is important because it's very cheap. It's readily available. It's as I already said, it's a combination of drugs, some of which could be very dangerous, almost in a lethal sense, very dangerous. So I think it's important for news agencies to make the public aware of the importance and severity of these drugs. And I also think it's important to do research in this area so we can find out more about these drugs. And our research is funded by NIDA, the National Institutes of Health.
And we know that obviously these drugs have led to death in a number of
Yes, that's the ultimate sort of self-degradation, which of course is suicide. And some of these abusers have actually committed suicide. That's correct.
Louis DeFelice at Virginia Commonwealth University. We thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And online, read the extensive story by our reporter, Jenny Martyr. She digs deeper into what makes these drugs so long-lasting and uniquely dangerous. And she profiles the scientists who have tried to uncover and understand the chemistry of bath salts.
That's crazy. That stuff will kill somebody.
Exactly. And do you see how they say it's mixed with so many different things?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're putting in your body at that point.
Exactly.
Like, at all. You don't know what's going on. Etta B says, enjoy. I have a heated one that charges anything in my office. I often nap on it. Girl, I wish I could show you right now. Like, let me see if I can show you. But it has like this. Oh, I'll send you the lights on. See, he comes in here and he wants to play on it. And my old chairs, they were leather. I don't know what this is. It looks like leather, but it's like, I don't know. It's like soft. Well, anyway, guys that are wondering what I'm talking about that can't see the chat, Etta B says, enjoy. Wait, no. Before that, she says, China is looking like she's in a movie theater. So this is why I'm saying this, so nobody is like, what is she talking about? So yeah, when I see it from afar, it looks like leather to me. It's not. But what she's talking about that she has, mine don't get heated. So lucky you, Etta B, turn up. But mines do charge. I have the USB ports, and they also have like the cooling of the cup holders and the electric slide in and slide out. Let me see if I can show you without like doing too much. I don't know if you can see that. How do I do that? Let's see. Can you see one of them?
Yep.
Okay, so it has like the cooling thing right there. Oh, no, wait, I'm sitting myself down. Hold on, sorry. I gotta get used to it, but it has like the cooling thing. Wait, you see, like the cooling thing to cool your cup, and then it has like the settings for right here, and then right here you can put in any of your like electronic devices.
That's
So
cool.
it's really comfy. Etta, you got the luxurious one, boo. You got the warm seats. I'm gonna have to come pull up. I need to find somebody that has the massaging one in the back, because after my car accident, everything just
Hurts.
tweaks and bothers me. Like, it's bad. It's real bad.
I think you need to go get that MRI.
Well, I had something. Well, they did the hold on. They did the what did I tell you they did? The X-ray.
Yeah, but the X-rays ain't gonna show the muscles and all that. They just show bones.
But hold on, let me come back around. They did the X-ray, and I'm like, how could you see from the X-ray that my muscles are spasmed? They said as bad as how my spine is, because at the bottom of I don't have scoliosis where it's like this, but if you look at me this way, it goes like this, and then it curves out. Okay. So like right where my back and my bottom hits, it kind of curves out. Yeah. And so at that point is where they can see, and they showed me, you could see like my muscles like wrapped around. Is like, and I didn't know you could see that in a X-ray, but since it's so spasmed, you can see it right there, and you can see it like at the top of my spine right here. Oh no! I was like, yo. So I have times where I'm like, okay, and I can feel like a little bit motiony. Yeah. And then times where I'm just especially when I wake up, I'm like stuck, and I'd be feeling like, when you sleep wrong on your neck, I feel like that every morning I wake up to the point where I have to keep doing my neck around. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
So, do you know? Did they tell you about how long it's going to be before you can?
I asked that question, and they told me, because I was like, remember I told you? Oh, you were like, go to the hospital. I was like, I'm good. I'm fine. You were like, no, you need to go to the hospital. I was like, I'm fine. But 2 days after the car accident, my body just locked up. Yeah. And I was like, I'm just scared to go to the hospital because of the coronavirus. So I was like trying to thug it out. That's why I was keep getting in the tub. But even still, like I have like a spot in my back that won't give up. It's just there. And I'm like, whatever. I keep trying to stretch it out and stuff like that, but it's not working. Yeah. Etta B says, my boss upgraded us in January. The other one I had was hard and ugly. Oh, so you're talking about your... Wait, hold up. I know you ain't talking about your office chair is warming and all cuddly and cozy. Who gets it at work? Miss Etta B. Miss Didi says, I got the same units Justin Brown. Don't you love it, Miss Didi? I love it because I'm always looking for a plug when I could just go bloop, chill and start watching TV. Love it. Etta B says, yes. She also says, I'm needing to get 1 or 2 for home now to put in the TV room. Hey, that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm in the TV room. It's like it's a sectional.
That's big.
So it's a sectional. It's a sectional
couch.
Huh?
You can get lost on that couch.
It's a sectional. So it has these USB ports. Then in between it has one, and then on the other end it has one that you could put in the edge. It makes it easy so that people aren't trying to cross the cords or you can't fit. Yeah, it's way better. It's more of an open space as well, so it's nice. Ms. Didi says yes. Yeah, I picked out a couch, and then my mom was like, no, you should get this couch, and I'm like, no, I want this couch. Then she comes to the house with a completely different couch, and I was like, She's like, sorry. She's like, I got something different than any of the ones you said. I was like, no, I just knew she was going to pick something I didn't want because she kept showing me brown couches. And I said, I don't want anything brown because already my blinds are espresso. The floor is espresso. The trimming around the door is like a grayish brown. It's hard to explain. So I kind of was like, I wanted something gray to tie it in because it ties in with the fan. And she's like choosing all these like poo-poo brown stuff. And I'm like, eh. So she came and said, oh no, I chose something myself. I was like, oh man. But when she was like, close your eyes, look what I picked. I was like, turn up, hey, eat, turn up. I got excited. I was like, I would never go in a store and say, oh, I wanted this because I would be looking at something else. But she found a nice gem. And so I love it. I'm like, this is going to be my spot, my chill spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was that with the, hey, I seen you posted some new things. Do you want to talk about some new things about the summer case? Because I seen you post some new things.
Yeah, I actually posted something about how their reactions are while they're sitting there doing the prayer thing for them. And then Dawn, out of nowhere, decides to say, oh, we have a 7 o'clock appointment with a detective while they're sitting there trying to do prayers for them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
I just don't get this whole case.
I know.
Altogether.
Yeah, it's
because I just don't get this whole case altogether.
It's crazy.
I mean, like, I could go to his, what you call it right now? Hold on, let me see if he did not block me. Gotten blocked a few times.
Why? You said something?
All right, so I'm gonna read some things that Don has been saying since I did his whole little page on there. But wait, I just want to show you guys a few videos. You know what I do want to do though? You know, I think I want to end this because it's going on 2 hours, and then we come back and talk about summer.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to start a new live, and that live is going to be about Summer Wells. So if you guys want to join us over there, me and you new will be over there talking about the case on Summer Wells. So I will, and she will. See you in a second. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. You new exclamation point at YouTube and me. Make sure you're already here in the building. Just click that subscribe button, that thumbs up, and that notification bell, and you will know when I am on, because I will send out a little clip-it of when I'm coming on, either a day before or a few hours before I actually join, just for the simple fact that I am going to be going back to school after this whole pandemic. So I don't know my schedule yet, and I don't want to give you guys a steady schedule, and I won't be able to keep up with it. So I will see you guys in my next live in like 2.3 seconds, and we will be talking all about Summer Wells. See you guys in a second. Love ya.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.